Calls to release an inmate from a North Carolina prison are growing stronger tonight.
Our Susanna Black digs into the push to let him go and how evidence the state has had all along is what's leading to this appeal.
Ronnie Long has called prisons like Albemarle Correctional Institute home for 44 years. But he says he's scared for his life now more than ever.
I done fought to stay alive all this time here. And now, you know what I'm saying, here I come up, you know what I'm saying, I'm facing something, you know what I'm saying, that I can take me out, you know, break up an axe.
COVID-19 is spreading fast through the facility, but it didn't exist when Long stepped through prison doors in 1976. At 19 years old, he was accused of breaking into the home of a 54-year-old woman and raping her. Long was convicted by an all-white jury and sentenced to 80 years behind bars. The verdict sparked anger, even riots. Long and his supporters have passionately maintained his innocence since that day, even more so as the years went by and key pieces of the case began to unravel. A Concord police detective was found to have lied on the stand during Long's trial. Then, in 2005, 30 years after his conviction, evidence surfaced. It was new to Long, but it turns out the state had it all along.
Suspect have fingerprints, footprints, carpet fibers.
43 fingerprints to be exact, none of which matched Long's.
How in the world can a person's word, supersede scientific evidence?
But the federal Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals heard that argument in May, and they're making a decision on that case as we speak. But Long and his attorney are worried that that decision might come too late.
And my fear is it's only a matter of time before Ronnie tests positive himself.
Jamie Lau works with Duke's Wrongful Convictions Clinic and is Long's attorney. He says the Department of Public Safety has taken COVID-19 safety measures, things like mass testing and giving reusable masks to inmates, but he doesn't think it's enough to protect his client.
There's approximately 40 incarcerated people who are in a single space with bunk beds.
I got me some diluted bleach. So what I do, I wash my hand with bleach.
Lau has now taken the fight for Ronnie's freedom a step further, sending this request to commute Long's sentence to Governor Roy Cooper. It reads, subjecting Mr. Long to the heightened risk of a COVID-19 infection after 44 years of incarceration serves no rational penological purpose and is wholly unnecessary to protect public safety. It's clear that you have the authority to take this extraordinary step. Then Governor Cooper got this second letter, this time from 16 members of the North Carolina General Assembly in support of Long being freed.
Is that something that, as a former long-serving public official, you would support?
You've got to consider that this gentleman has been in prison for 44 years.
Concord's former mayor, Scott Padgett, says he's been thinking long and hard about Long's case and the role he played in possibly keeping Long behind bars.
The district attorney approached me about composing or signing a letter that would be against his parole.
He says he signed that letter twice over the course of his term, even though he didn't know the details of Long's case.
I would presume most people feel that if a person's been convicted and is serving time, there was probably a legitimate reason all of that happened.
If you were in the same situation today, would you sign that letter?
Knowing what I know now, no, I probably wouldn't sign that letter now. There seems to be more reasonable doubt, more questions, a lot of questions that need answers.
Susanna Black, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.